we have a big update for you on the Kyle Rittenhouse trial. The jury came back with a verdict and found him not guilty on all counts in the shooting of 3 men, 2 fatally during a night of unrest in Kenosha, Wisconsin in August of 2020. Here is Kyle reacting to the news. Take a look.
As to the 5th count of the information, Gage Grosskreutz, we the jury find the defendant, Kyle H. Rittenhouse, not guilty.
Members of the jury, are these your unanimous verdicts? Is there anyone who does not agree with the verdicts as read? Would you wish the jury polled? No. Okay. Okay, folks, your job is done. You were a wonderful jury to work with. You were punctual. You were attentive.
Okay. A lot of people writing in, I expected this, I expected this, I expected this. Whether or not we expected it, now we're dealing with it. Al, what's your first reaction?
I mean, it is what it is, Tori. I mean, we kind of all saw this coming, I think. I didn't see a lot of, surprise from you guys, even though we knew kind of before the show started. Kyle Rittenhouse, and I said this months ago, is going to be the face of the new alt-right because he embodies everything that the Republican agenda is. It's a young, aggrieved white male taking up arms and doing what the law can't or won't or should not, whatever, however you look at it. But it's not about Kyle Rittenhouse. Kyle Rittenhouse is just some dude from Wisconsin. What he represents is millions of dollars in campaign funds, millions of dollars of having him come speak at your event, having him be the face of your event, the thing that how much money was poured into his defense fund. He represents so much to so many people that it's not about Kyle Rittenhouse. This could be anybody. It's just that he is a young white guy that did what he felt like he needed to do, and he got away with it. He is going to be one of the pivotal figures, I believe, moving forward in terms of how we look at race and aggrievement in that.
Speaking of that, just to interject real quick, Congressman Matt Gaetz has said he will hire him or wants to hire him as an intern.
Of course.
In the Congress. So that's an interesting point.
That's so interesting. How many things came out in the trial that made him qualified for a position like that?
That's fair. That's fair.
Generally, if you're looking for an intern, there's some qualities about this person in terms of I didn't see anything about his work ethic. I didn't see anything about his experience in politics or policy. This case was tried on revisionist history. Everything about the key moments of this case, the idea that, his shirt couldn't be, or the picture with his shirt, with him posing and looking very unapologetic with fans. Those pictures weren't allowed in. Key evidence weren't allowed in.
Saying I'm going to shoot somebody wasn't allowed in by the judge.
The judge. I'm looking at the mom. So what responsibility does she bear for driving her child over state lines with a semi-automatic weapon? Can she still face charges? Because at this point, it does seem as though there's something at least there for her.
And there's some people who are saying that he told his mom one thing and his dad another. Again, the dad lives in Kenosha and he might have been lying about that. Another key point, Jeff, I want to bring up that's really important is the judge's decision to not allow his words, I'm going to go shoot somebody, in. So this jury never heard that. They just saw because he felt that was irrelevant to the case. What do you think?
Listen, I'm not a lawyer, and I'm not going to defend the other side. People could feel the way they feel. When we had Mark Eiglarsh on, he predicted this. So I would like to talk to him and say, why did you think this way in terms of how the judge and jury think?
Right.
So he did debunk some things that we were saying up here. So I'm not in a position to state any facts about the case.
Do you have feelings about it?
Tori, I don't know what to say. Whatever I say is going to be wrong, kind of. I do feel for my co-hosts, and I don't know. How do you feel about it?
I feel like personally, I feel like there was a lot of bias in the decisions made by the judge, and each time you have a bias like that, it knocks it off. It makes it easier for the jury to find him not guilty. I think not including the words, I'm going to go shoot somebody, was a judge's decision. Had they heard those words from Kyle Rittenhouse before he went and shot 3 people, there might have been a difference. But again, to that judge, that was not relevant to what he went and did. And I disagree with that fundamentally. Fundamentally.
Well, we'll see where this goes, because don't forget there's also an element to this where, there's a freedom to assemble that's in the Constitution, so you can't really legally break that up, even though we did see that. But now, what are you
incentivized?
What are you doing now? You're now incentivizing people that are not police officers to, if there's a protest that they don't like, you can go break it up with a gun.
And
there is precedent now. This is not law enforcement now. You're now giving the biggest dog whistle ever that if somebody's protesting something and you don't like it, maybe you should get your gun and go down there, and whatever happens, we got your back in court.
Maybe they're not even protesting. Maybe it's just large crowds. I mean, do we not see how close all of this is?
Right.
School shootings, mass shootings at concerts, big group events,
I'll control it.
Yeah. I mean, the door is wide open.
Wow.
The door is wide open.
Wow.